Good morning. I hope you're all well. 5 minutes late because my dog had the zoomies, but I'm here now. Yeah, happy Monday. As usual, we are going to do some writing together. I hope you've had a lovely week last week and you've got exciting things coming up. Had a nice weekend and all that. We went seal watching yesterday, which was rather nice. That was my birthday present. It's my birthday in 2 weeks. I am turning 40. So yeah, that was my present. We just scheduled it for yesterday, just a little bit ahead of my birthday. And it was amazing. It was really, really lovely. We saw seals. You'll see on my Instagram, I've put a little reel of the seal jumping. I might pop some more photos on today of that and of our holiday in Madeira. I've got so many photos and I know I put some as we went. So I might do a little photo dump today because there's lots that I'd like to share, but I have no reason to share them other than just that they're nice photos. And it's nice to have like a digital scrapbook, as it were. So yeah, it was a pleasant weekend. And I've had lots of nice things that are coming up. So I can't go into too much detail, but there's a potential book in the works other than the ones that I'm actually working on right now. There's an event coming up that's just tentatively being confirmed that literally is in only a couple of weeks. So I will announce that soon. And it was one that I thought might go ahead, it is going ahead, but in terms of my being there, might go ahead. And it is, we're just putting the details together quickly. So yeah, a nice event, a potential book, and also had a couple of lovely orders over the weekend, all really, really nice. So I've got some going out from me personally that I'm going to package up in a moment. And I've also had some Amazon orders. So it's really nice to see that. I am running some ads. If you've seen my ads, let me know. And I'm going to be feeding back on YouTube. So my ads are on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll be feeding back how that goes in a future video. Been running it for maybe about 4 or 5 days. And so far, I think it's going well. And I'm, learning and seeing how the process goes. But right now, I'm pretty pleased with it. We'll see. These things are all very clever now that the algorithm and the AI and all the stuff just is so intelligent. So that's rather exciting. Anyway, in terms of today, as usual, we'll do 3 blocks of 15-minute writing sprints. I am working on the same book as last week. I did some work on it during the week. I'm not quite yet ready to share with you what that book is about, but it is a non-fiction. And so there's sort of research. And interestingly, I wrote a whole section on my personal experience with this thing. And I probably won't use it. And that's so interesting. When you write something, you go, actually, don't think I'm going to use, well, no, I will use it. But what I will do is I will take bits. I'm not going to use all of it, and I'm going to take bits and put them elsewhere. But I think I needed to write it so that I got that bit out of my head and onto the paper. And I think when I wrote self-publishing, which is kind of a similar book in a way, it's more like that than it's like Milk. When I wrote self-publishing, I had a really obvious arc, and it very much was, okay, this bit has to be this, and let's write down all the things. Whereas this one doesn't have that obvious arc in that way. And I do want to include my own personal experience, a little like I did with Milk, but not, Milk is predominantly my experience. But I want to do it in quite a different way. So anyway, that was interesting. Today, not sure what I'm going to work on. I was in the week doing a bit of research and doing a section where I had to sort of look lots of things up. And I've also bought lots of books that I need to read to feed into it. So I haven't quite decided what I'm going to write, but that's what I'm working on anyway. So 15 minutes as usual, and we'll meet back here. Well, I'm not going anywhere, but you know what I mean. We'll meet back here for a chat. Let me know what you're writing on. Let me know what you're writing or working on. Yeah, let's do some writing. Let's get on with it. So, a writing sprint. I'm going to mute. And excuse me, and I will see you all soon. Right, guys, that's the end of 15 minutes. Hope that went well. What are you writing on? How's it? What are you writing? Why can't I say that today? And how's it going? I would love to know. I I'm struggling a little bit, but I think it's because I have lots more research to do. And so I'm just kind of filling in little bits that I know will be in the book, but I haven't got the space to kind of weave in the research that I want. So I'm actually thinking I might switch to the other story that I'm working on, which I'm working on editing. It's a novel. I've talked about it before on here, and I am just going through and improving the storyline and all of that. So I might switch to that because I feel like I need another couple of books. I'm picking up a load of books tonight off of a friend who has a lot of expertise in this particular area I'm writing about. And I also have a couple coming in the post over this week. So once I've got a bit more, I can start sort of going from there. So yeah, I kind of feel a little bit like what I'm doing is maybe not all that productive because I'm just kind of, yeah, it just feels like I'm sort of fiddling. So yeah, I think I'm going to switch to my other story and do some editing on that. That is the nice thing about having two projects on the go, actually, that I can focus on one if the other one, either if I'm not ready to do the bit I need to do or if I'm not feeling it. So yeah, I'm really excited about this new project I'm working on, but I think I've maybe not done as much as I can do, but I've done as much productive work as I can do until I've read another couple of things. So I think that's what I'm going to do. At some point, I'll share what I'm doing. As I say, it's a non-fiction and it's interesting because self-publishing, again, felt like I'd kind of already done the research and all I needed to do was fact check in a way because I'd been through the process of self-publishing. Whereas this book, I know bits, but I definitely could have a better knowledge. And so I feel like I'm like, oh, I think that's that. But then there's so much sort of checking and expanding. So yeah, that's why I feel like I'm not like getting my teeth into it because I'm not there. I'm not ready. So yeah, I think I'll go into editing. I hope that you guys are enjoying your writing today. And as I say, let me know what it is that you're up to. Or if you're doing something else, I think it's nice to have company doing all sorts of things. As I say, you're welcome to join these live streams and not be writing, but be doing your admin or whatever. I did all my bookkeeping last week. It took hours because I'd fallen behind I hadn't done any since January because of the new book and the book launch and all this stuff. So I had 3 months worth of accounts to sort of look through and put it into my spreadsheet and all of that stuff. So yeah, those things can take a long time. So we're going to do another 15 minutes in a mo. As I said, I think I'm going to go editing energy now. I must say, these live streams do really help to set the rhythm for the day because I feel a sense of accountability to be here, to do this live stream with you, rather than me going, oh, well, maybe like I'll do it in a minute, or maybe go, oh, I'll only do half an hour or whatever. I do write every morning when I'm having a day at home writing, but yeah, I definitely feel that sort of accountability is really, really useful for me. So I find this helpful. So yeah, I am appreciative that it gets me to get some words down. So I am going to do another 15-minute sprint. As always, pop in the comments if there's, let us know what you're working on. If you've got any questions, something's hard. Like sometimes it's nice to be able to say, oh, I'm really struggling with XYZ, and we can all be there for you, and if you're watching this later, I know not everybody watches this live, then still the same thing. I'll still reply, and I'm sure that other people will do the same. So yeah, I would love this to be a really helpful community. And for me, I am really struggling with that particular story, so I'm going to switch stories. So yeah, I am going to pop the banner up. We're going to do another 15 minutes. You'll always see me, I set a timer and stuff. So if you see me talking, that's what I'm doing. I'm just setting a timer and putting some music on because I cannot work in silence. I don't know about you guys. In fact, literally got my headphone next to me as well because I can't even be silent if I'm like walking or if I'm doing housework, or I really struggle with silence. So yeah, I am going to pop some music on. I'm listening to some really nice chilled vibes, and I'm going to get some editing done. Right, so banners up. I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to mute myself. Enjoy. Forgot to unmute. Shall we take another break? That went loads better, definitely in a more editing place and not quite ready to continue on with the new story. So for those who haven't joined me before on these live writing sprints, the novel that I am working on, I've been writing it for years. It's a like a contemporary fantasy, and as I say, I'm just sort of working through the plot and the characters and fleshing it all out. And I think after this run through, my intention is then maybe to start getting some beta readers to look at it as sort of very initial first readers, because I do think this story is going to take quite a bit of work. I think what I'm going to do with this story, differently to others in the past, is work with a developmental editor, because I haven't written fiction in this way before. And I've written, well, my children's books, I mean, they're fiction as in like characters are made up. Not all of my books are, but like Lily the Limpet, obviously Lily the Limpet is not a real limpet, and Milk and Cookies, none of the characters in that book are real. So technically it's fiction, but those books are conveying a lot of fact, a lot of information. So that's more what I'm used to. Whereas this is just a story that I came up with, and that's a really different skill. And so I feel like rather than getting an editor to help me with proofreading and those things, in terms of budget, I would rather pay for someone to help me work on the story. So I'm going to get it as good as I possibly can and show it to some betas and see if they like it, if they've got any suggestions, sort of show them snippets or maybe the whole thing, I don't know. And then once I've had some betas give me their ideas, and I've worked on things as much as I can myself with my own ideas and thoughts and betas, as I say, to then work with a developmental editor. And then from there, in terms of like the proofreading and stuff, doing a certain amount of it myself, and then using things like maybe like Pro Writing Aid or something like that to use online tools for that side of things to pick up spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, possibly then with a final proofread. But as I say, budgetary wise, I feel like it's the story I need help with, and it's the story that I'm wrangling with right now. So yeah, that's what I'm working on, and just kind of trying to think, am I getting things across well? Is this exciting? Is this interesting? Does it create drama? All that stuff. So yeah, I'm much more in the mood to do that today. Yeah, as I say, what are you guys working on? How's it going? Like personally, I've got these two stories. I think probably the nonfiction will be the first of these two that's published, because the novel feels like something that's just going to take a really long time to get it where I want it, and to learn that skill of writing fiction. I hope it's the beginning of then lots more fiction. I enjoy writing all kinds of different things. And then, as I said earlier, I've also got another 2 books like in my future, as in I haven't started writing them, but I've got the next in the Seagrass series that at some point, once all of the things are worked out, because that's a sponsored project, then the next one is going to be worked on. And then I've tentatively got another question about a book that is quite exciting. So those are other projects that may well come into all of that. Do also have a sequel to Lily the Limpet written that at some point may come to a thing. In the same way as with Seagrass, it's not a series in that you have to read the first one. They're just related books. So there's lots of things. I have lots of kind of manuscripts and ideas and thoughts. So it's just a case of what one gets to that point first. My dog Dolly has just turned up, and that often means that my dog Lucy then also jumps up and gets all overexcited. Hopefully she remains chilled out as she is right now, because otherwise she can wreak all kinds of havoc. So yeah, I am going to get back into that editing, stick my music on again, and just see what I can get done this morning. It's nice to know that on a Monday morning I get that 45 minutes done. And then in the rest of the week, I write somewhere between half an hour and an hour every day when I'm working from home. Again, if you followed me on here for a little while, you know I also do some work as a teacher. I'm anticipating maybe some teaching work tomorrow or Wednesday. So we'll see anyway. But yeah, I will continue to do a little bit of writing, editing, working on stories every day so I can get progression there rather than just always working on like admin and marketing and all those things, because creating new stuff is important too. Anyway, we're going to do a last 15 minutes. So I will pop the banner up. I will mute, and we'll meet back here again in 15 minutes. So enjoy your last little sprint. Here we go. That was our last 15 minutes. So that was 45 minutes of writing. I hope you got lots done. Let me hide that banner. I did. I edited sort of a chapter and a half. The chapters aren't very long. And yeah, definitely where my head needed to be in editing the novel rather than working on the new book. And I think the next couple of months for me are going to be switching between the two projects as I feel drawn to. So yeah, a good productive morning for me. I would love to know what you got done in that time. And of course, thank you for anyone who's joined me this morning or if you watch this later. So yeah, I really hope that was helpful. Oh, hi, Buying Space. Good morning. I'm here every morning not every morning, every Monday morning at 9:30, except sometimes in the school holiday. So anybody who does want to join me, I'm here doing some writing. So yeah, morning, nice to hear from you. So the rest of my day, well, when I finish this up, I'm going to finish like the paragraph I'm editing. And then I've got a load of orders to package up, which is a lovely thing to have to do. And meander over to the post office. I have to say, whenever I go to the post office, I am always really grateful that we have one. I live in a semi-rural location and we don't always have all the amenities. So I'm really grateful that if somebody orders something, I can literally just walk to the post office. I don't have to drive anywhere or have it picked up. So that's a little bit of gratitude. So I am going to go and get those in the post. I've got a few emails to send, bits and pieces like that. My desk is a total tip. One of the reasons why I film in my dining room. So I need to tidy my desk as well. And then as usual on a Monday, I spend the afternoon doing some volunteer work. So I'm going to pop out and do that. A couple of jobs in town, that kind of thing. So a very pleasant day all in all. Mondays are also a karate day. So that's nice as well. So a bit of karate this evening, all very pleasant. So I hope you guys all have a lovely day as well. That's my dog getting up and starting to cause havoc. So good timing. I'm not quite sure why the dogs are hanging around. I've got one looking at me through the stair gate because I have like a stair gate just so that I can keep the dogs in here when I need to. So one is in here and has just got up and is rolling. And the other one is looking at me through the stair gate very accusingly. So I don't know quite what I've missed there. Yes, and thank you, Buying Space. I'm going to pop that up. That's really nice. Yeah, happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day to you too. Yeah, so I need to put some content up about that, I guess. But yeah, all things environmental, very, very important and very much a theme of my books. The more that can be done, the better. Right, I'm going to get on with my day and see what these dogs want of me. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely day. I'll be back here next Monday. I'll try to remember to schedule it. I don't think I scheduled this live stream. I think it was like 5 minutes before it started. So I schedule it, which means you can go on YouTube and click for a reminder. So I'll do that shortly, in fact. So yeah, I hope everybody has a lovely day. I'll see you again next week for another live stream. Happy writing, happy creating. Have a good one. Take care.